Hey guys, welcome back to Heiko Shaves. My name is Heiko, and as you can see, Heiko needs a shave. Most recently, we shaved with the razor company, aluminum razor, the level 1, which was a pretty pleasant experience. It's a kind of a medium aggression, let's say not super aggressive, not super mild, kind of in the middle. And that was really nice, and I had fun using it. And it's a US made razor for only $50, made in Ohio, made out of aluminum and some stainless steel inserts and parts. Really good quality. Today I want to go to the other extreme, one of the most expensive razors that I own, which is the Rex Konsul, made also in the United States by Rex Supply Co. And sold by Razor Emporium. And you probably all are aware of the Razor Emporium YouTube channel with Matt Pisarcik, always trying out new stuff and mostly presenting his own products, but he's also trying out other companies' products and shaving with other razors. They have a business that can refurbish vintage razors. They have a lot of resources for people that just want to find out, hey, how old is my grandfather's Gillette razor? What year was it made? And it's kind of bent. Can I send it in? So they do a complete retune and repolish and replating and all kinds of stuff. So, and they eventually came up with their own razor line, and the Rex Konsul is one. Rex Ambassador was one of the first really fancy razors that I reviewed here on the channel. I wish I would have access to a Rex Ambassador again. They sent me one for free. I reviewed it, and then we had a giveaway, so I gave it away to one of you guys, which is good, but I don't have it in my cast anymore, so I can't really use it to compare it to other razors anymore. And when I tried it, it was very early on in my shaving career, so I wasn't really that experienced. And the Rex Ambassador is known to be quite a little bit of a spicy razor, so it starts at a relatively respectable aggression level and then goes up from there. And so, yeah, I wish I would have another chance to give this another go. We'll see. Maybe that happens one day. But those razors are not cheap. So as I said, $49 made by the Razor Company, which is also an online retailer. They have their own product line, $50 made in the United States. It's made out of aluminum. Now we're coming to the Rex Konsul, which is made out of 316L stainless steel. This one here is heirloom quality. It has individual serial numbers at the bottom. Big old made in the USA and Rex Supply and all that kind of stuff. Very well made. Knurled handle here is really pretty and really easy to hold on to. It's the stubby type. They have an XL version where the handle is a little longer, but I've always liked the shorter handled razors. Like all the razors that are available with long and short, I always kept the short one here. This is the Merkur Progress, one of the earlier adjustable razors in production since the 1950s. And this one is the short one, and I sold the long one. So I'm pretty happy with this one. I don't think I need to try the XL. I don't think the geometry of the head is any different. It's just a longer handle. But as I just mentioned, we're going to the other extreme price-wise. This one here, starting price, $349. And then they have 5 different versions of this. So you can get this here in this kind of matte finish, brushed surfaces and all that. This is kind of their standard. And then after that, you can get a fully polished stainless steel razor. It's $100 more. So I don't know, you could probably, if you have one of those and you want to get it polished, you could probably send it into Razor Emporium and they polish it for you. But if you want to buy a polished one, $100 more, $449. Then they have a completely, I'll just show real quick, completely gold plated. That's the Deluxe G for gold. Then they have a really shiny silver one, which is, I'm assuming, rhodium plated. If I would go down into the description, it would probably say that. Konsul Deluxe, high mirror finish, 24K gold plating or rhodium. Yep. So the Deluxe R is the rhodium. And then you have a mixture of the two, which is rhodium and some gold accents. And that is called a prospector. And all those kind of platings, they offer for refurbishment or refurbishment of vintage razors. So let's say you have a Gillette Fat Boy. If I can find it, or where's my Fat Boy? Where's my Fat Boy? Why is it hiding from me? Let's look at the Slim here, Gillette Slim. You can send that in, get it redone in nickel, which is the stock plating, or you can get it rhodium plated, gold plated, you know, tuned up and all that kind of stuff. And that's what Razor Emporium is well known for, and of course their own products. So this is, the opposite end of the spectrum. Of course, there are more expensive razors. I mean, we're talking about, for the Prospector, I didn't even tell you. Let's see, the Prospector is probably the most expensive, $499 for the rhodium and for the gold plated. Yeah, so $500. I'm pretty sure there are some titanium razors out there that are more expensive, or some collectibles. Like I've looked at the Home-like Tiger Elbrus, which is a Russian-made razor, and they had that also available in titanium, and you're spending upwards of $1,000 for a single razor. This is, I'm not a collector, I'm just a reviewer and a user. I feel like, okay, what can this $1,000 razor do that a $150 razor can't do? You know, if you're into collecting and you want the whole set and you want to have every single version, I bet you there's someone who has a Rex Konsul, the slant razor, the brother, sister of the Rex Ambassador, which is the straight edge adjustable razor by Rex Supply Company. If you would want to have this one and the polished one and the rhodium plated one and the gold plated one and have them all sit next to each other, of course, that's, you know, some people do that and they have to have one of everything, right? I'm not that way, so I don't see, if this would come out in titanium, nicer material, is it really? It's lighter than stainless steel. Will it last longer? I don't think so. Yeah, would I have to have the titanium version of it? I have a timeless titanium Slim, and I have a timeless, the stainless steel version in the Slim version. So it's the same razor, just made in stainless steel rather than titanium. Price difference is there. It's heavier. So if you really like the lighter one, then go for the titanium. But overall, the geometry is the same. They have a couple other features, you know, like different top caps with like grooves in it, different finishings and all that kind of stuff. But that I have to have every single version of a single razor sitting next to me, I don't think so. So Rex Konsul, this is the standard version, $349. I think when I bought mine used of one of the viewers, and I really appreciate the great deal that I got on this. I think around the time when I bought it, it was still under $300, but everything has gotten more expensive. I'm assuming that the 316L stainless steel raw material that they use for those razors, that probably has gotten more expensive, and then labor costs and all that kind of stuff. So $349, fully adjustable, has setting 1 through 6. And yeah, it's really well made. This is really a heirloom quality razor, and with their individual serial number on the razor, you can years later still find out when this was made, what batch it was part of. And so we are going to shave with this today. And as per usual, in the last few months, I've always been using adjustable razors at their highest settings. So I crank it up to 6 and then leave it there, and we're going to do a shave just to see how aggressive something really is. So a typical two-piece, you know, the little knob down here, which will hold the top cap in place, is kind of captured. That can be removed forcefully, but I wouldn't recommend it. This can be all taken apart. I have some videos like the Pearl Flex. Is that what it's called? Or Flexi? Pearl Flexi. I think that's what it is. Pearl Flexi. Very similar in construction. I took this all apart and fixed something because it wasn't aligning correctly. So this one here can also be taken apart if you ever have to clean it out completely. There's a spring in there and a couple other bits and pieces. They sell replacement parts. So if you accidentally drop this $350 razor on the ground, you can probably ship it in and they fix it up for you. They can also sell you another top cap if you want to have a polished one or whatever you want to do. So yeah, as you can see, the alignment tabs here in the top, and I've talked about this before. So you put that on your hand, and then you take a razor blade. We're going to use a Persona Super made in the United States, used once, hanging here on my magnet. If I now drop this blade on there, the alignment tabs are not long enough to actually capture the blade. So I can still spin it around. It doesn't fall onto those alignment tabs. And that is one of the downsides of this razor. So now you kind of have to line the blade up roughly with those alignment tabs, eyeball it, and then you can take your razor and stick it on top, flip it over, and then you kind of have to push it down a little bit and then tighten it up. It's no big deal. Tighten it up really well. So we're at setting 6. They have a nice little red dot there on the adjustment knob. That's really nice. The engraving here of the numbers is really clear, easy to read even without reading glasses if you wear reading glasses. And now you can see this is a massive blade gap. 6 is definitely no slouch. It's a pretty efficient, aggressive razor. And it's a slanted razor. You guys know that I really like slant razors, so I have a bunch of them. I have what's this here? The Merkur 37. Somewhere back here is my, where is it? My Yachi Torx. I don't see it. There's also another Yachi Ultima Slant here. Am I blind now? This is the Ultima Slant Yachi. Where is my, what's this here? This is the normal Ultima. Why can I not find my Torx? Did I take this on a trip and never took it out of the bag? Oh, it's looking right at me. Here's my Torx. Really nice. Here is, this is a 37 Merkur 37 clone by Yachi. And then I have another one over here, which is the German 37 by Razor Rock. So they're all fairly similar. And there are probably a couple other slant razors hiding there. My Rex Sentry. This was a freebie. This one was a purchase. Some people say that I can't, objectively review a product when it was given to me. But you know what? When a company gives something to me, that makes me feel warm and fuzzy about the company, but not necessarily about the product. If a razor sucks, I will still tell you. If you believe that or not, that's up to you. But I will always tell you what's up with a razor and how I experience it. Of course, it's a subjective opinion because it's only my opinion, right? So if something works for me, that doesn't necessarily mean it works for you. But I will always tell you what I think about things. It's all my personal opinions. And if a company expects me to script something and get their approval first, I'm just not going to review it. So if some company wants to send me their products and I try it out, it's going to be with no influence from their side. They don't see the videos. They don't see anything that I'm going to be saying about the product. I just don't take any conditions or requirements from them. And this was a purchase, like I said, from a viewer. So here, let's look at the rest. Since this is Razor Emporium or Rex Supply Company, I'm going to use my favorite here, the Heritage soap by Razor Emporium with the matching aftershave balm and the aftershave. They are a small batch soap maker and, product maker. They have really short ingredient lists. There's only the good stuff in it. Just as an example here, stearic acid, water, coconut oil, potassium hydroxide, glycerin, shea butter, fragrance, sodium, and sodium hydroxide. That's the only few things that's in the soap here. And the aftershave is the same. I mean, it's really short. Alcohol, witch hazel, glycerin, alum, essential oils, and fragrance. They don't put emulsifiers in their aftershave, so you can see the water and the oily content is kind of separating. So you just have to shake that up a little bit before you pour it into your hand. I really like this, and the soap is just heavenly. It's one of the best soaps I have used, and the scent, the Heritage, is just a mixture of kind of vintage barbershop, clean linen. It's just exudes. I wish we would have smell-o-vision so you could smell this. It's amazing. It's amazing. So, and then on top of that, we're going to use my Timeless Razor Shave Bowl, also made in the United States and Ohio. They injection mold those. And yeah, so razor is loaded. Everything is sitting here. Let's get a scoop of soap out of my soap container. So I don't go into big soap containers like this with my brush directly. I rather scoop it out with my little shavenation.com spoon, which looks like a little teaspoon, but it's much smaller. Yeah, let's make sure we have the phone on silent so I'm not getting interrupted. There you go. And I should have checked this earlier. I kind of wanted to stick with the theme here, the American US made products. I can only pinpoint one US made shave brush, which is this one here, also made by Timeless Razor, aluminum. This is the one that has those collets, rubber collets in here. You can take the handle apart and then pop your knot out and put another knot in. They give you a set of rubber collets for all kinds of different sizes, from I want to say from 18 millimeters to 24 millimeters, and you can pop in whatever knot you want. If the knot is worn out or starts falling apart, you just undo it, take the rubber collet out, pop a new knot in there, tighten it up, and you're off to the races. I'm going to skip the pre-shave today. I don't have anything that kind of matches this, especially not the scent. So we're just going to get the skin and the stubbles wet. And then we just have to spend a little bit more time lathering to kind of get the same effect. It's been snowing. Last night in Salt Lake Tahoe here near Lake Tahoe, we get about a foot of snow overnight. So I went from Hawaii getting a sunburn to snow shoveling in Tahoe within, about a week. So pretty crazy. Yesterday, the boys and I, we went skiing. And that was really fun in a snowstorm, in blizzard conditions, so that was fun. All right, I just got it wet, squeezed out most of the water, and then I just go here into my little shave bowl and start getting this lathered up. I always start with very little water, and then as it develops, I, add more water to make it nice and shiny and hydrated and all that good stuff. This shave bowl has just the right size, easy to hold onto. It has those ribs at the bottom that helps with the lathering process. Also ribs on the side. And you're not banging the handle into the shave bowl all the time. So that's kind of a nice feature. So it doesn't always do the, you know what I mean. So really good size. I didn't check what it sells for. I can't imagine it's super expensive, but it definitely works really well. And if you drop that on the ground, since it's injection molded plastic, it's probably gonna survive a drop, onto tile floor. All right, look at this. It's already working up here, nice and shiny. Usually I stop lathering when my forearm gets sore. My lathering muscle. Yeah, look at this. Nice and fine textured, shiny. I just added a little bit more water to it. Just want to work it up here really well. And then I always have the talent to spill lather all over my t-shirt, and I'm again against my own better judgment wearing a black t-shirt, which is not really good because you can see every little speck of dust on a black t-shirt. So here's some lather on it. I scrape most of it into the bowl of the brush, or else it's just going to go all over the place. And now we're just going to, the brush is really nice, this synthetic knot. The knot is not made by Timeless. I don't remember exactly what this is. They have a few different ones on their webpage. Oh man, the scent is just amazing. Let's add some water here. The scent of this Heritage is amazing. I told you guys that I have all those other samples from Razor Emporium, but I always forget to, plan for, hey, today we're going to use one of those samples. And then I always go to the stuff that I really like. Just amazing. Oh my goodness. They did such a good job putting this together. The soap works really well. It lathers really well. very nice. Very, very nice. Get the lips clean. Clean the bottom up. All right, here we go. So, razor is loaded at number 6. Tightened down. Everything looks good here. And now I just got to be careful because, you know, it can bite me if I'm not careful. Oh, that's not bad. Good blade feel. Oh, that goes through like butter. The Persona Super Blades are definitely one of the good ones. If you have never tried them, I will put links down below to everything here. So one of the complaints I already told you about, you know, the alignment tab's not long enough when you put a blade on the top cap, that it doesn't engage. Other than that, they did a really good job kind of rounding the ends over. That brings the slant here, the slant close comb, close to the cutting edge of the blade. The blade tabs are covered over. Adjustment is nice. The knurling is nice. I mean, hollow handle, so you can stand it on a pin if you want to. There are some stands that are just a pin. They do sell a razor stand. I didn't look exactly, made out of matching material. So if you have a razor that's gold plated, I bet you can get a gold plated stand for it. I didn't look, but they have razor stands for all their razors available. Very good. Man, I haven't shaved with my Konsul in a while. This is really a celebration of shaving for me today. Really good products. The soap is amazing and the razor is just great. Matt Pisarcik is a big proponent of shaving less than more. So less passes. So he usually does like a 1 pass or maybe a 2 pass shave because he also, gets ingrown hair and all that kind of stuff. So the less passes you need to actually get a acceptable shaving result, the better for your skin ultimately. And early on in my shaving career, I was really into the mild razors. And then with a mild razor, it takes you much longer to take like 3-4 days of shaving, of stubbles off your face. But nowadays, I'm really going to more and more aggressive razors and short blades and all that kind of stuff. So I totally agree with him. And I had a spell where I got lots of ingrown hair here on my jawline. And with my new, more or less standard 2-pass routine, I don't get that anymore. Oh, just scratched myself. Anyways, yeah, so I usually do that as well, 2 passes, and that should be enough. All right, I'm rehydrating the lather here in my bowl, picking up some more. I just added some water to it. Stuff, when it sits next to you, it dries up. When you put it on your skin, it dries up. So you have to have some fresh water available. I have a vintage, like 1940s, 1950s, steel enameled emesis basin always sitting next to my sink. The sink I use to clean off my razor and put all the stubbles in, and the water in my emesis basin. I'll show you quick. This is not plastic, this is enameled steel. And that has clean water in it, and I only use it to rehydrate my brush or my lather. And then, we're always good to go. A lot of people rinse off in between passes, but really, honestly, when you shave off the first pass, there's still residual soap on your skin. I don't understand the concept why you would have to wash this off to then put more soap on. I rather leave the residual soap on my skin and lather over top of it. That's why I don't have all those rinsing interruptions here in my videos. So, second pass, I'm gonna go across the grain and then with the grain on my neck. And that should bring us to, when I do the across the grain into my upper lip, this wrinkle here, if I don't blow up my cheek, I want to always cut this off. So this is kind of dangerous, especially when you are shaving at setting 6. Sounds like it's raining again outside. So up in the mountains it's snowing, down here it's raining. The spring here is always a little bit hit and miss. You have like nice warm spring weather. You know, nice temperatures one day. And then the following week it's snowing again. It gets a little annoying, especially here in this area, since we're on the edge of a desert. We have a sprinkler system irrigation in the backyard, and then you turn that on and then you hear, oh, it's going to be below freezing again. Then you have to shut it all off and turn the water off and all that. So I've already done that twice this year. Yeah, I wish I would have done the Razor, not the Razor Emporium, the Rex Ambassador a little bit later in my shaving career. I think I would enjoy it more now that I am a little bit more into the aggressive razors than I did when I was really new to the game here. Very good. Yeah, so this is definitely a razor that on my 1 to 5 scale, I would maybe put at a 4. It gets the job done. Here, let's do a quick inspection. This is clean. Some people would say, oh, your upper lip, you should go against the grain. But I've mentioned this in many videos. That if I would do that, I would just get massive razor burn. And that wouldn't really help anyone. And then I wouldn't be able to shave for like a week. So I don't do that. I rather do across the grain and with the grain up here, and that gets me close enough. And yeah, this is a really acceptable result. Can leave the house. And I really enjoyed the shave. This razor is really enjoyable. And you know, we were at the highest setting. If you go down to a 1, by the way, this can be adjusted without taking the tension off the blade. So what the adjuster does is really raising and lowering the bar or the close comb here. So you can totally do that while the blade is in there. It only goes from 1 to 6. It doesn't go much further than that, like 6.5 maybe. And you can really work your way up to it. So you can start at a 1, and then, you know, after a few months I can go to 3, and it's still fun and feels good and whatnot. This is one of those razors that really has a nice tight radius in the blade. So the blade has a very shallow angle of attack and slices nicely, instead of razors where the blade sits really flat and you have a scraping action going on. So this one here is really a slicer. And I've always enjoyed it. When I first got it, I was really intimidated by it, but now I'm happy with this thing. And I can't really find any flaws other than, you know, $350 is a pricey undertaking. If you only want one razor and you have maybe tried one, maybe a friend has one, you have given it a try, or you are confident in your capabilities wet shaving and you just want to get one razor that will last you a lifetime and you can hand it to your grandkids, that's definitely one. And it's not dime a dozen, it's not mass produced. They have really fancy 5-axis or 6-axis CNC machines which they use to make those, and they stand behind their products. And if something is wrong with the razor that you get, you can send it back and they will definitely fix it or give you another one. It's not like Pearl, where I reported that my Pearl Flexi wasn't lining up and they didn't care. You know, and I had to fix it myself pretty much. And I don't think they really have fixed their manufacturing to the point where every razor that comes out of that house now is aligned. But Rec Supply, definitely, that is a quality product made here in the United States. And Matt Pisarcik, the CEO, owner, whatever, he's really active in the shaving community. He has a YouTube channel. They have meetups and all that kind of stuff. I still one day need to go to one of those meetups and shake hands with some of those guys. But anyways, really good. This is absolute. Do I want to say it's more favorite, better than Paraso Green? It's at the same level, I would say. All right, let's rinse off. Very good, guys, very good. Yeah, and since the soap, I think the soap contains alum. No, but the aftershave does. We don't really need to use the alum block today. I'll just shake up my aftershave bottle here. Get a good, hello. I think this bottom ring here, that is supposed to come off when you open the bottle the first time. But here in my case, it always comes off with the cap. Let's put a good puddle in my hand. Oh, that's good. A little bit of a alcohol burn as expected. It was a bladey undertaking, so there is going to be a little bit of some skin irritation that is to be expected. And then we're gonna grab our Heritage Balm. This stuff is so thick, it's more like a cream in a bottle than a liquidy thing. But I really like it because it's oh my goodness, I shouldn't have done that. So I just made a huge mess here. This is how you waste product. You know, that's not good. I think you kind of need to shake it up so you get it out of the bottle. Now I have way too much. Perfect. Look at that. Take care of the wrinkles. Oh, very good. Oh, this is whole face skincare. Also has a little bit of alum in it, which sucks the wrinkles together. Is that correct? Yep. All right, I think I saved most of it. At least it made it into my face. So take it easy with the shaking, I guess. It doesn't really separate any products in there, or ingredients don't separate, but it's kind of hard to get it out of the bottle. It doesn't, you can hold it upside down and it doesn't come out of the bottle. You have to kind of shake it a little bit. But man, is that a good stuff? Is that good? So Razor Emporium or Rec Supply Company did not disappoint. Good razor, good products. The timeless shave bowl and the brush with a billet aluminum handle, also really nice. I really enjoy using it. You can pick your knot that you want to put in there, and they give you all those rubber collets for all kinds of different sizes. So this is really a good kit as well, also made in the US. So that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Check out all the links down below, and if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.